Hello, I'm Microsoft MVP Tom Morgan. Microsoft Ignite 2020 is just around the corner, it's coming soon, and this is everything we know about it so far. So we already have the dates for Microsoft Ignite 2020, September 22nd, 23rd and 24th. Obviously this year is going to be really different to previous Ignites. This is the first time that Microsoft Ignite is going completely digital, virtual only. What this means is they've completely reorganized the timetable and the schedule. It's now a 48-hour event but spread over 3 days, and they've done that to respect the different time zones. There's 3 different time zones in play. So you can go and have a look at the agenda and you can see for your own time zone, you'll notice that there's coverage during your day, and you'll also see that it goes either side because you're into the evenings and the very early mornings, and that's really because it's kind of respecting other people's time zones as well. So you can dip in and out. It might make sense to kind of do it in the evenings for you or in the mornings. The great thing is, of course, that lots of the sessions are repeated because of the time zones. So actually you can flip between different time zones. If it doesn't make sense for you to watch all the content during your working day, if you would rather consume it in the evenings or the very early mornings, you can actually do that because you can just kind of align to a slightly different time zone. So that's really good to see. You can go right now and look at the agenda, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute. First thing to say though is there's no cost to Microsoft Ignite this year, and this is a really kind of amazing thing because there is usually an entry cost associated with Microsoft Ignite, and that means getting sign-off from bosses, it means getting travel approved and all the rest of it. One really nice thing about this year actually is that it's free for anyone to attend and sign up to. And I think that's going to really open the door for lots and lots of people to get access, not just to the content, because the content is always available on demand afterwards, but also to be able to take part in the networking, in the Q&A, to connect with peers, to talk to experts and to kind of get questions answered and really be part of this massive global community that we're building. There's already some pre-event content you can go and look at right now. So we've got some early access to some of the featured speakers. So right now you can go to the Microsoft Ignite page and you can see a list of featured speakers. There's some really top names in there that you will recognize. I'm not going to go through them all, but there's some CVPs and some EVPs on there as well, and that's really nice because it shows Microsoft take Ignite seriously. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what they have to say about this particular time, and it's always interesting as well that the production levels are always very high as well, but it's nice to see these people kind of in their own environment as well. So quite often they'll be streaming just from home, sometimes they'll be streaming from a studio. But yeah, no, it's really good to get their take as well on everything that's happening, as well as those technical sessions. The other thing that we know is coming is what's called a learning zone, or the learning zone. No kind of real details yet. It's just a place where you can go and sharpen your skills, get some certifications maybe. There's something for everyone there. I think that's going to be a big part of Ignite as well. So let's look at the agenda then. So the agenda is now published at kind of a very high level, not the actual session content, just roughly how the days might look. There's a Satya Nadella keynote. That's become a kind of staple of previous Ignites, so that's great to see. Followed by some leadership keynotes. Again, those will be the CVPs, the EVPs for their particular areas, so you can look at the areas that are of particular interest to you. And then there's a whole number of what are called digital breakout sessions. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly what a digital breakout session is. In previous Ignites, the breakout sessions were the kind of main body and the meat of the conference, if you like. It was those sessions that you go to learn on a particular subject and you kind of choose off the schedule. And I would imagine something very similar is going to happen here, but obviously digitally. And then in addition to that, at the same time, the connection zone and also the learning zone. So I've spoken about the learning zone. The connection zone is more a place where you can kind of connect with peers, ask questions, network, get to know each other, and just kind of be part of that community spirit that is so important about conferences. There's some other things happening as well. So Microsoft Learn TV will go alongside, as will the Microsoft Ignite live show. So if you've been to previous Ignites or you've kind of watched any of the content from previous Ignites, you'll be aware of the Microsoft Ignite live show. It runs throughout the day. It brings you kind of exclusive interviews. It gives you behind the scenes information. It gives you trailers on upcoming sessions. It's kind of a great source of news to kind of go alongside the conference. And it's really good to see that it's happening again this year. Registration for Microsoft Ignite is now open. You can go to register.ignite.microsoft.com to go and get started. Like I say, registration is free. I've no idea if it's capped. I haven't seen anything anywhere that says it is, but I would suggest if you're at all interested, go and register now. Don't delay, get yourself in there and on it, because then you'll also start to get the information from the Microsoft Ignite team as it's made available, as the sessions become available and all the rest of it. So that's everything we know about Microsoft Ignite right now. Obviously, as more information comes out, I will let you know. So please do consider subscribing and clicking that bell for notifications, or if you don't want to do any of that, you can kind of keep up on my blog and Twitter as well, because I'll be posting all that information there as well. I've got some interesting ideas for Microsoft Ignite this year, some things that I want to do, so hopefully they'll pan out. But whatever it is you're doing, make sure you register, make sure you attend Microsoft Ignite and some of those sessions, but also some of the other stuff as well, the kind of community zone and the learning zone as well. Make sure to network and with your peers, and look out for me because I'll be there as well, so come and say hello. And Microsoft Ignite this year is going to be different, no doubt about it, but I think we can still make it an awesome, inclusive, fun event. Thanks for watching.